Hey everybody, want to share a quick note with you about a new term one of our clients shared with me in a coaching call last week. This concept of the professional cloak. I thought that was spot on and fantastic as a metaphor for how we can behave oftentimes in our professional environments at work when we kind of shield ourselves, our real selves, from others for so many reasons, right? This can happen a lot when we're trying to kind of break through and penetrate some ceiling above us or some person whose influence is important to us. And there's a couple of thoughts about how to think about the professional cloak. Number one, do you wear your own professional cloak? And in front of whom do you zip it up and button it up, right? Who in your orbit do you wear that professional cloak in front of the most often? Why is that? It's normal, but I'm asking the question because it's worth thinking about. If there are certain people that make you bundle up in it, and who in your orbit do you just take it off and it's not really even a thing? So that's the first question. The second question is, in your orbit, who do you see who's wearing a professional cloak? Someone who's just not vulnerable or authentic in the ways that you wish that person was, or you need them to be because, for example, they are, a superior of yours, a manager, and you need their advice, expertise, and relationship. So that's another question around people you see. Third and finally, how do we take action about this? The first thing to do is reflect on your own professional cloak and think about ways you can maybe shed that a little bit more or wear a lighter cloak, right? We don't really need our professional cloaks as much as we might think. They don't always help us, and often your relationships will be much better without it. If you need to get a hold of someone or share your opinion with someone or give vulnerable feedback to someone who's wearing a professional cloak, the piece of advice I would share with you is to talk to them like real people and share personal storylines. Share things about yourself that are not related to work, and that almost always helps that professional cloak disappear faster and for the time that you're with the person at the very least. Take that person out for cocktails or coffee or lunch. Just get to know the person and build relationship. This is how trust is built, and this is what is needed more than ever in the workplace. So, your professional cloak, are you wearing one, and with whom? Other people's professional cloaks, who's wearing them, why, and do you need them to disarm that? Number 3, what are the action steps you can take by building personal relationships and getting people out of their workspace headspace and building relationship that is authentic, vulnerable, long-lasting, and ensures trust, which ultimately allows you to do much better work together for yourselves and for your team. That is my tip on the professional cloak.